My friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my craft room. So glad you're here. I am I am working on 2 journals today, and the reason I'm working on 2 is because I actually finished this one. If you saw the flip through, and it's in my shop, but I wanted to add something. So let me just take a drink. I'm going to be taking a lot of drinks probably during this video. Because I just got home from a cruise. And if you saw the video where I said my son and daughter-in-law gave us a cruise, and so it was this past week we were gone on the cruise, and I think the cold, it wasn't cold, but we went out late one night for an 80s party out on the pool, where the deck where the pool is, and it's open to the night air. And I think that's probably what got me. It was a little cool. We were, cruising, through the ocean that night. So we had a breeze and a little bit of cool air. I had a jacket on, but still, I think the cool air probably got me. And then when I get sick, it goes straight to my throat. Like, I don't have a sore throat. I get laryngitis. That's me. I'm not an earache person. I'm not a headache person. I'm a throat person that gets laryngitis. So I'm hoping that I don't have to clear my throat too much, I'm going to try to craft and not talk too much. Also, but I do want to explain what I'm doing here. You can see my voice kind of goes in and out. But yeah, the other day, 2 days ago, I had no voice at all. I was really worried, like, oh, my voice is gone, type of thing. So anyway, this is Puppy Journal that I finished, and it's in my shop. I did a flip through. But I wanted to go back and put a little something over the barcode here. So that's what I'm doing today. I pulled out these 2. If you see the colors here, we've got yellow and all these pretty colors. And then I have a yellow tie closure. So these have yellow and orange, and this has also orange in it too. So I think I'm going to cut this a little bit in half. And I'm going to use my pinking shears. So I want to cut this in half, and then I have a second piece here if I need it. So like I said, I'm going to try not to talk, but it's going to be a little hard for me not to talk because I like to explain things, And so yeah, I'm going to put this on here, and I have a button here. Hopefully I didn't lose it. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, I've got it organized. I think. So this one has a lot of orange. I wanted this piece because it has a lot of orange on it. But I also want to have some yellow in here. Let me cut this one in half too and see. I feel like I need more yellow underneath maybe, and then this yellow piece on top. Something like this. I'm trying not to make it totally just straight. I want a kind of a design of something here, like something like that. It's simple, but I just want it to not just be straight. So, okay, now I need some Fabri-Tac. So, and I have just a little polka dotty button here. So I had a good time on the cruise, and I'm going to talk about it more later. Like I said, I'm going to try not to talk too much today, but just know I want to let you know I did have a great time. There were 6, 7, 8 of us. 8 of us, a group that went together. But I'll tell you about it more later when I can talk and not worry about my voice. So let's just do this, maybe kind of quietly. And then we'll go and move on. So you can see what I'm doing here. And I'll try not to talk too quiet. I want you to be able to hear me when I do say something. But I'm going to try to talk a little less than I usually do, probably. So, yeah, I was surprised when I woke up yesterday morning because the day before I had no voice at all. Like, I couldn't get even a peep out. And then yesterday morning I woke up and I tried to talk and something came out. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have a voice. I can't believe it, because I thought it would be more, I thought it would take longer to get my voice back, but it didn't. did my usual things that I do to get my voice back. Plus my husband's aunt on the cruise gave me, when she noticed my voice was going, she had a vitamin C packet and some Alka-Seltzer tablets. And she said, put these all together in water and drink it. I'm like, ugh, because I don't like Alka-Seltzer. I just don't like seltzer type taste. It kind of makes me sick. But I did it. I got it down. I just put it in a little bit of water and I gulped it down. Actually, it took me 2 days to get it down. I just drank some one night before I went to bed, and I drank the rest the next morning. So it took me two gulps to get it down. Okay, so there's a little button. See, I think that looks cuter than the barcode. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to go back and do that. And I gotta let that dry so it won't, come off or anything. But the Fabri-Tac, I've always, never had trouble with holding buttons on with Fabri-Tac. And the other thing I found, I think I want to leave it like this for now. I was looking through my postcards for the next journal, the robot journal I'm working on, and I found this little dog postcard. It's a postcard. It's so cute. It's from Adopt a Pet from Your Local Shelter. Really cute. Port Washington, New York. Anyway, I saw this and I was like, I have to put that in the puppy journal. So I will be putting it in here. I want to let this button dry. So let me see. It's pretty solid already, actually. Okay. So we'll open it up and put it in here. Yeah, so I did that. I drank that potion that my husband's aunt, who went on the cruise with us, gave me. Maybe I'll put it right here. Yeah, so I don't really have a sore throat or fever or, anything else, but just, my voice started going and that was it. It went really fast and it was gone. And then it came back really fast. So I hope you don't mind a little roughness here. And if I have to cough, I'm going to try to pause real quick. I don't have a cough, but I have to cough once in a while. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, I don't have a cough, but I have to, it seems like I have to cough once in a great while. You know what I mean? So anyway, so the book pages, extra book pages I didn't use are coming along. That's what I wanted to do, put that postcard in there, and there's our button. So cute, so much better than a barcode, right? Just a little cluster there. So I'll put this back over here. And like I said, it's already in my shop. And then the robot journal that I'm working on now, I wanted to do quite a few things with this today. So I've been having a lot of fun with this journal. I've got the signatures bound here, 2 signatures. I used this blue thread to match some of the blues in here. I thought that was a pretty color to bring out. Here's the back. Here are the signatures. Let me show you a couple things with the signatures that I did that were a lot of fun. So I did something a little different. I like to kind of look at what I have. Maybe look at my scraps. Look what I've pulled out and then find something possibly a little different than I have done before, or maybe I've never done before, or maybe I haven't done in a while. So I did pull out a couple of vintage, these are actual original vintage milk caps. I pulled out 2 of those because this journal gives me like a retro mid-century modern vibe, even though it's from 1970 something or other. I'm sure the copyright's here. It is right here, 1979. So it's not technically mid-century modern, but it gives me that vibe, and I've used some papers in here that definitely have that vibe. So anyway, milk cap here, and then I had pulled out some scraps. Here's one here from from dividers. So they're dividers that you use for like a notebook. When I got mine, and they probably have them now. I haven't really looked lately, but I got mine dividers, these like plastic dividers, when it was back to school time. So, and they were different colors. They have the red, yellow, purple, whatever, different colors. So anyway, I had used some, and I used the tab part and everything, but I had some scraps. So I pulled those out, and I said, you know, I really want to use these, and I think they would be fun to make some pockets or something with. So that's what I did. I made a little side, kind of inside pocket here. See, it goes like this. You can tuck something up in there, and it's sewn on. So I thought that was a fun little element. And I had this scrap here from the last journal. I was sitting here, and it was a, you know, just a piece cut off of a piece of scrapbook paper that I had used. And I used it right here to decorate this, and I actually left it open to, you know, someone could use it as a tuck spot if they want to, or not. Like, you could use it as a tuck spot, or if you say you have a picture, you could just ignore that it is a tuck spot and just use it as part of the paper and do like that. Put your picture right there, or, you know, you could even use a piece of scrapbook paper like this as a background and put your picture, you know, as a mat kind of for your picture, and then put your picture here, kind of layering things. So lots of things, like if you have a tuck spot, you don't have to use it for a tuck spot, but you have options, and options are good, right? So I did put all the pages in this one, and the book pages from the book. And so let's see what else I want to show you. I'll do a detailed flip through. Oh, I did a little flip out here on this kind of plain like blue page. I thought I would, was it after or before? I think after I don't remember if it was after or before I saw the signatures, and probably, I think it was actually before. I thought it would be fun to put a couple flip outs, because I didn't really have any with the paper I was using. I didn't have any flip outs at all, and I was like, oh, I really wanted some flip outs in here. I like, you know, flip outs are fun, right? So I had these two scraps here. You can see, if you can see, there's two different pieces of cardstock. Like, this is one of them. This one down here is the same color as this. So I did put two scraps together, and just, actually had to hunt around because all my scraps seem to be cardstock at the moment. And I wanted a more papery piece of paper to use as a hinge, so I looked through my scraps and found this brown paper, and so I made a little flip out here, fun flip out with the two different cardstock pieces, scraps put together. So that's a little fun flip out. And here's the other side of that page, and this one has the blue. I had a blue scrap too of the plastic dividers, so I made a little pocket sewn on. It's sewn all the way around, so even though it wouldn't go through, as far as it has this, you know, where you bind it, you know, the spine, it wouldn't go through because it has that there. I didn't really want it to go through at all, so I did sew it right there too. Same with the other one. So, and then we have the second signature. And I had a couple little pieces left of that plastic scrap, so I wanted to show you. Here's the little milk cap here. I picked out the ones I picked out. I felt like definitely, I mean, they're all vintage, but I picked out, if you can see, this one and the other one had kind of a bold fonts on them, like that little, and the orange went with the orange. So I wanted that kind of bold color for Mr. Robot here, Mr. Robot Journal, and this one too. So it's their, I put them on like their tabs. And then here's the flip up actually, that I did in this signature. I just put it on. I had this big scrap here, and used some more of that scrap that I had from the last journal that I showed you, where I made a little tuck with that kind of, this kind of has little flowers on it. I had that piece left, so I put it here as the hinge. It folds over, and then, you know, attaches a little flip up. And so I just was going through my scraps like, oh, what can I do with this? What can I do with that? You know, just having some fun. And then I think I have one or two more little plastic pieces. So here's one here. So this will be a little pocket. Cute, we'll leave that in there. Little plain card. We'll say that's our ephemera for that pocket sewn on. So that was a fun little thing. And then the other piece is, let's see, I think I have one more plastic pocket. Oh, here it is. I had this piece left. Of course, that was perfect for a pocket like this all the way across. So we have a little pocket there too. And I thought this plastic went, it has to, it has to go in a certain type of journal. There's some journals I wouldn't put this in, you know what I mean? So I thought this is the perfect journal to put these little plastic pieces in. I just felt like it really went with this journal. So I think that's all I wanted to show you that I've done. So you can see it's coming along. Now, there's no barcode on here, but I did want to add a little bit of rickrack, and I picked out this blue. So I don't want to make this like, I want to make this so it can be, this journal so it can be for a boy or a girl, or a woman or a man. You know what I mean? Male or female. So I didn't want to get too like flowery with it. Plus it's a robot, and robots are not really flowery type things, unless it's a girl robot, I guess. These look like boy robots. Isn't that funny? Like, it does look like a boy, right? It's definitely not a girl. That big one there, especially. One of these could be a girl, but I think they're both boys. It's like, do you ever see girl robots? Hardly ever, right? They're usually boys. So yeah, I didn't want to make it too girly, and I wanted it to be like, because I do have some gentlemen that watch my channel and that bought journals from me before. So, if they wanted this, I didn't want to make it, I know what, like I've communicated with them and know what they like, and they don't want it too floral. They don't want like tassels and things like that. They just want, they want it to be, nice and vintagey or whatever, but they don't want a lot of, girly stuff. So anyway, I want to make this kind of generic, could be for a boy or a girl, a man or a woman, not necessarily boy girl type of thing, like young, could be a man or a woman. So anyway, a little bit of Fabri-Tac. This is wider rickrack. I want to make sure, I'm going to go over this one more time. Make sure I have enough to hold this down, because I put quite a thin little stream there. So yeah, I was really worried, because I like to do my videos, every day. I just love doing the videos. I love crafting and doing the videos, and I hope you guys enjoy them too. But I was really worried, like, oh my goodness, am I going to go a week without any voice and not be able to do my videos? I'm like, my brain is like, oh my goodness, what can I do? Can I just do silent ASMR videos or what? I was preparing, like, ooh, what am I going to do? I'm going to do silent videos or something. And then all of a sudden, like I said, my voice was back, like, boom, the next morning. So thank goodness. There, yeah, I think that adds a lot. A little, like, I was thinking about trim, like, and didn't want to do anything floral, like I said, and I found this little blue rickrack, and it adds so much, just a little something like that, and it's very solidly glued down with the Fabri-Tac. So let's put one on the back too. I have this, if you didn't see the video where I started, because I wanted to reinforce the where the cover meets the spine on this back part. It was what it had a little something down here. I wanted to, so I just reinforced the whole thing. So I have enough of this blue to do a little bit. I only have a little bit left, but I have plenty to do this. And I thought maybe we'll put some on the inside too. I have yellow out here too. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't finish. We're going to have to go back to the puppy journal. I wanted to, hold on, I didn't do it, did I? No, I wanted to put the yellow on the puppy journal. Okay, we're going to go back and forth. We're just going to go back and forth today. So I'm going to put this right here. We'll get all the rickrack done in both these journals. Yeah, I got out the yellow because I wanted to use it in here. And then I thought, oh, I could use it on the puppy journal too. Because I kind of, it doesn't, you don't have to do anything like this. It looks cute just the way it is, but I thought, well, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so let's get some Fabri-Tac on here. Sorry, my voice seems to be doing okay. This is the most I've talked since I lost my voice, so it seems to be holding its own. Yesterday I did go to work. We got back from the cruise on Thursday evening, about 5:45 p.m. And I had to be at work on Friday at my normal like 8:30 or whatever time. So I was like doubting during the night. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it tomorrow. I may have to call in. And even the girls at work was like, I can't believe you made it to work today and you got home at 6:15 or whatever. What did I say? 5:45. And your voice is, how it is and all that. Like, well, I felt better this morning, which I did. I did feel better. And I took a test, the test, just in case my boss liked, you were on a cruise with all those people. You should have, taken the test, to make sure I didn't have, I think they, if you say that word, it's not good for your videos. They kind of like don't share your videos or put your videos out there as much. So I'm trying not to say it, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I took the test so that I could tell my boss if he asked me. He didn't even end up asking me, but I did take the test and it was negative. So I was like, okay, well, and I knew I didn't because I didn't have any of the symptoms except for my voice. I didn't have any, and that's not really a symptom, but I just wanted to, since I was with, lots of people with lots of probably germs, I wanted to be able to say I took that test and it was negative. So there we go. That is super cute. So I meant to also put some rickrack on here as I was finishing up this one and kind of doing some things. So let me see them. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Yeah, okay, the button's not in the way. So I have, this is some golden yellow, kind of golden yellow. Can you see that? And I want to save that for the robot journal. I had two kind of colors of yellow on this card here. And this is another golden yellow. So that's going to be saved for the robot. And this is a kind of a brighter yellow, if you can see that. That I thought maybe I could use on here. Because it goes with, there's lots of different yellows kind of on his shirt. There's some in the name here. I've got the tie closure. So I thought I would put this right over here. And it would be super cute. And I think it, like I said, it adds so much, just a little something like this. So why not? Why not? I want it. It kind of called to me to do these things like almost immediately after I did actually it was immediately after I did the flip through. I was like, oh, I want to put something over the barcode. Why didn't I do that? Because I almost, I pretty much always do that. I don't know why I didn't do it. I think I was a little discombobulated from getting ready to go on the cruise, like, working and trying to pack, and the cruise was to the Bahamas, so it's out of the country, and we don't have passports, so we had to make sure we had our driver's license and birth certificates. And also, my driver's license, it used to have my maiden name on it, like as my middle name. I know it was on there, but now, I didn't tell them to change or anything, but they changed it kind of on their own at the DMV or whatever. They changed it to, it's now my middle name. And my actual middle name, it doesn't have my maiden name on there. So I was worried, a little worried that, like, how did your name go from, they know how I got married, right? But do I need proof of that? So we brought our marriage license too, to prove, that I was this name. This was my maiden name. I got married. Here's my marriage certificate, and now this is my married name. We even brought that. But my husband was picking me up. Like, I had to have everything packed the night before we left. And my husband was picking me up at work. So I had to have everything in, ready to go in the car. He was going to put it in the car, but I had to have it by the door where he was going to put it in the car the night before. Plus I was getting all my videos ready for while I was gone. And so it was, it was a lot to, it was a little worrisome. Like, is he going to remember? We had all the paperwork and folders and things. So I'm like, is he going to remember the folder? you know, because I'm at work and I can't like double check it from home when I'm leaving. I have to depend on him to make sure he puts everything in the car. So like that's one of the first questions I asked him when he picked me up from work. I was like, "Do you have the folder? Do you have all the papers?" Because I was like, I could just see me going like trying to get on the boat, and they're like, "Nope, nope, nope. You do not have all your papers. You may not board. You may not get on board." So I was like, that was like my nightmare the week before. You're not going to get on the boat because you didn't get all your paperwork. You didn't bring all your paperwork. But it all worked out. He did have it. He did have it. He did good. He brought everything. And I never had to show my marriage certificate, just FYI. Even though my driver's license does not have my maiden name on it, all I had to show them was my birth certificate and my driver's license and my boarding pass. You had to have your boarding pass with you already. Like we put them, the thing. If you've been on a cruise, you know. Maybe you've been on a lot of cruises, and you know I haven't been on. I've only been on one cruise before, and my husband won it years ago, like 15 years ago or something. It was a long time ago. So like I don't really remember anything. I remember the cruise and how much fun we had, but I don't remember the paperwork or anything we had to bring, really. So it was to Mexico, so we definitely had to have some paperwork, birth certificates and things. But I don't really remember boarding passes and all that. And I think they've probably changed over the years since 15 years ago. But yeah, that boarding pass, they always want to see that. So we had it on a lanyard around our necks. We had that in our key to our cabin. We went on Carnival. I guess I am going to tell you during this video about it. My voice seems to be okay. It's not totally normal, but pretty almost, right? 90% maybe. Okay, so we put some rickrack on the puppy journal. I'm gonna have to probably take a new picture, right? A new picture of the front at least, because I don't think I put a picture of the back, but maybe I'll put a new picture on the front so that the rickrack can be seen. Let me make sure this is. I'm used to like being so sparing with the fabric track, trying not to put too much on, but then sometimes you gotta make sure you put enough on here, right? Okay. Yeah, so we had a real good time. Went to the Bahamas, Carnival cruise. We went to Princess Cays, which is Carnival Cruises. That was our second port of call. Carnival Cruises private island. So we went to that beach, and it was fun, nice. And the first port of call was Nassau, which I've got to tell you a little story about that if I have time during this video. If I don't, I'll tell you during the next video. But all right, there we go. Now I've done everything I wanted to do here. I've got my cluster, my rickrack, and added the little puppy postcard. Okay. Now it's done. I decided it wasn't done. I had to do a few things, right? Okay, now, for this one, I know now this video is probably getting a little long, so I'm going to show you. I think I'll just show you what I have to put in here. I might do one more video for tomorrow. Here's the ephemera I have ready. And I might want to add some rickrack to what I have left here anyway. I even have these little fabrics, 2 pieces of fabric. My rickrack could decorate some pockets or pages, add some trim. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that tomorrow in another video, and we'll work on putting this stuff in. I don't like to do so many videos on one journal, but you know, I was out of town, so now I'm kind of like catching up. But anyway, it's looking pretty cute, I think. I love it. I hope you're enjoying this one. And let's see. Yeah, I'll continue the cruise story during the next video, and I'll see you then. Everyone have a great day.